Salvete omnes, nomen mihi est canicus. Thank you for joining me for what I think I will call the DDO code experiment. So I'm still wanting to play free to play, but I want to show what is available to people who are able to take advantage of the free quest pack code that was just released a couple of days ago, which if you have the opportunity, I highly recommend that you take advantage of it. So I've already shown you how to get the code. Let's get a character started and see what it's like to earn some of these points so that you can buy those quest packs before they are no longer on sale. So we're going to create a character. I'm going to do male, but it doesn't really matter. There's no mechanical difference between male and female in the game. We're going to play as a barbarian because it gets some inherent movement speed. Custom on the path, don't do these. And then race, we're going to choose human. And we're going to do next. We want to max out strength, go up to a 16 con, and then go to 10 dex just to have our armor class not be a negative. For skills, there isn't a whole lot here that's terribly important, but we're going to get some balance to not get knocked over. We're going to take, oh no, we're not going to take, yeah, we're going to take search, and we're going to use magic device, and we're going to take spot so that we can see stuff coming at least a little bit more than we would otherwise. Take two-handed fighting so that we can get through multiple mobs more easily. And then we're going to take the least dragon mark of passage. That is going to allow us to get expeditious retreat and run more quickly through the quests. All right, the look doesn't really matter all that much. I usually like to have greener eyes, so we'll go with that. And then we'll name him De Ludis FTP. And I usually like to be neutral, but that doesn't really matter. And we'll go to create. Okay, so now that we have this character created, we can come in and start this first tutorial quest. This is something that you'll need to do on every new server. It's a requirement. You have to complete this at least once on each server. All right, now I personally don't like the layout of this, and I have taken the time to set up how I like things to be. And so I'm going to put in this command here. I have a file for a default layout, and that puts things the way I want. Next is to quickly set up my hotbars. And so I have a particular way that I like my hotbars set up, where I like to put things. Everybody does. Everybody has their own personal preferences. It's a big deal for me because I play with a joystick, and so I really need things in specific places. All right, so I know where we're going, but you can feel free to follow him, and then you're going to talk to him. That depends on what you want, and we're going to take the great axe. So you open your inventory with I, unless you've changed your key bindings. Do the weapon, and then you need to talk to him again. What task do you have for me? Okay. Now, you can go through and break all these boxes and get a little bit of money. I am not going to, because I'm trying to do this relatively quickly. I want you to have a reasonable idea of how long this might take you. I'm just going to go up this hill. Feel free to follow Talbron if you don't feel like you know where you're going. He will wait for you. And then you come in here. You have to do solo, so just take that. And then you're going to come up here and talk to Selimus. Okay, I usually say that one because that, and then You can ask her more questions to find out more stuff. The story here is really good. There's a dragon that's attacking a village and all this other stuff. I know what's going on, so I'm going to say sounds good, lead the way. She casts a spell, making sure that we can't die. In a situation like this where I feel like I'm in a hurry, this wait is frustrating, but there's nothing you can do about it. All right, so you see those red markers up there? Those are telling you where to go. If you follow those red markers, you're not going to go wrong. So you're going to come over here to this ladder and you're going to climb up. This is going to be a little bit more walkthrough-y than my other videos because I want to make sure that everybody knows where they're going. So you're going to follow these red markers down. Unless you take tumble, if you take some ranks in tumble, you might not get hurt there. But if you don't take any ranks in tumble, you're going to take a little bit of damage there. Just follow these red marks. There is a Sahuagin here, and he should go down relatively easily. And then you pull this lever. Now the others are going to follow up behind you. Just follow these red markers. Don't worry about them. They will catch up. Okay, and open this lever here. And they're going to run in. And the Sahuagin that we were here to attack aren't here. Uh-oh. All right, so there's going to be, I think it's 3 waves of bad guys. You can get into the fray, or you can kind of come over here into the corner and stay out of the way. We're trying to do this quickly, so I would recommend getting into the fight. You can't die in this quest, so throw caution to the wind and get used to the combat system. All right, go for it. If you're a magic user, cast some spells. All right, after she says come down and fight, that's the last. This is going to be the last wave. Now, when everybody's dead, you want to come over and stand on top of this grate. Okay. There isn't really anything else that you can do from this point. The NPCs are going to take care of all the action. Talbron is going to step on a button and open this up and dump you in the water. Okay. You want to face down and then move forward and you'll swim down. Interact with a key, and then whatever button you have for jump, which by default is the space bar, you can swim up and then jump out and then come over here to this door, not that door over there, this door here that has the keyhole and the red markers. And now you can open it because you found the key. If you're low on health, you want to use this rest shrine. If you were to die, and this doesn't apply on this quest, but if you're to die and you can get your soul stone close to this resurrection shrine, you can resurrect yourself. So follow Jeets. Now there's a trap here. We can't deal with that trap because we're not a rogue or an artificer. We don't have the disable device skill. So we're going to get Jeets to do it for us. Okay, that's done. We're going to open. Now, there's another lever up here. If you feel confident in your fighting ability, I want you to go ahead and pull it. If you're worried, wait for Talbron to pull it. Talbron doesn't seem to really get into the fight until he's good and ready. Now, I'm confident, so I'm going to pull it, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. But you'll hear him say, ready, go. All right, he was just saying go, and he doesn't really get into the fight until after he says that. So if you feel like you need him in the beginning, then you want to wait on him. Otherwise, just go ahead and go for it. All right, after the fight, you want to come up these stairs here and open this chest, and this will give you some armor, a bow and some arrows, and a ring of water breathing, which we don't really need for our purposes, but in your regular game that will come in handy. These starter rags, we don't need them, so just drag them out and destroy them, and then you can drag. You can double click to equip, but you can also drag in a slot. Okay, we don't want to use the bow and arrow right now. Put the ring on. You can put the ring in your hotbar and cast it they're called clickies. If you're not familiar with MMO jargon, I don't need it on there. This allows you to redo your character within the class choices that you've made if you feel like you've made a big mistake and want to change things. So we're not going to need that this time, but it may come in handy. You can also come over here and this little dice here, click on that. Every day you're going to get a free silver roll, and this is just a incentive to get you to log in and play every day. You're going to get anything from 100 experience points to possibly something really nice. So let's see what we get. 300 experience points and a Potion of Death Ward. Potion of Death Ward is very valuable. I'm going to go ahead and take those 300 experience points. The sooner we level up, the sooner we get abilities that make it easier for us to earn the points that we need. All right, and so we're going to come over here and follow these red markers. And here you see it says Spot Hidden. Whenever you see Spot Hidden, you want to search. Okay, that's what secret doors look like. Open the door. Come over here, and Selimus lands somewhere around this post. There we go. So talk to her. She's going to give you a weapon. We're going to take the Ember Great Axe. And we got some experience points. You can throw away the starter axe. It's actually like legitimately terrible. And then we'll leave. Okay, if you see this little blue bubble here, that means we earned an action point. If you hit Control R, this brings up the enhancement tree thing, which you can learn about in other videos. I may make a video about this at some point myself, but for now, we're going to look at our options here. Die Hard, Weapon Bond, and Furious Rage. We're going to kind of stay in this Frenzied Berserker area, and we're going to take that. Okay. So, what we are going to try to do is earn 25 DDO points by doing 3 quests. Now, it's only going to work for the first 5 favor that you earn, and the gains slow down after that. So, we're going to come over here, and we're going to talk to this guy here. There's another quest up that way. We'll do that one later. Talk to this guy, and we're going to go across to here. Now, you see these difficulty settings? If you're free to play, you have to start on normal, and then once you do it on normal, that unlocks hard, and then that unlocks elite. The absolute fastest way to earn these points is to find someone to group with who is a VIP or who has access to, who can open this on elite and get them to let you in on elite. And you'll earn favor much, much faster that way. Literally 3 times faster. So we're going to go in. This quest is relatively straightforward. There's going to be a monster that shows up over here to the left. A couple more monsters that show up over to the right. So we're going to come over here and kill this spider that shows up. Comes up out of the ground. There's going to be another spider and or rat over here. All right, now this door here that was to the left, that's where we want to go, but we need a key. Personally, I like to go to the door across because there's a loop and we'll come out closer to that door at the end. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're going to kill those things. There's going to be a couple more enemies to kill in this room. And we need to find the key in this room. And you find the key by breaking the breakables. All right, so just go around and smash everything that you can. Okay, now when you take this key, a Sahuagin is going to come up through this wall. So we're going to come down here and kill him. And then there's a chest in here. Now, this is going to give us a little bit of gold. It's also going to give us some stuff to sell. Now, we came up through this way, and I'm going to go down through this door. If you don't want to fight anything else, you can go down the other way. If for some reason you're low on hit points or something, you can go down the other way and avoid fighting. All right. Now, I'm going to try to do this puzzle in a way that you can follow. I have done it a ton of times. Come over here. We're going to turn that one and that one. So it gets that to there. Come over here. All right. We're going to turn this one so that it connects those two things here. Then we're going to do that there. So the power is going to come down this way and then spread to the bottom two things. It's also going to come this way, and we want it to go back up. That's going to feed directly into this one. So now we need to connect all that up. So we're going to turn that one and that one. So now those three are done. Okay, to get this one is very simple. Flip this and then flip that. There we go. Grab the scroll and hit finish. Now this is going to take a little bit of time, which again, when you're in a hurry, is a little frustrating, but don't fuss about it too much. Okay. We're going to get cracking attack, I think. Let's see. Extra rage, don't need. Die harder, don't need. Athletics, don't need. Power range, don't need. All right. So we're going to take cracking attack. This is going to give us kind of an opening attack. We'll put this on our action bar. Open up the character sheet, go to enhancements. And I'm going to drag that down into my action bar. And then we're going to run across the way and get our reward from Linus. And we're going to take the rugged belt because that's going to give us a few extra hit points. Drag that into the belt slot, and we got 5 more hit points. All right, now we're going to go across the way again to this guy here. He has hirelings. So we're going to look for some assistance. We're going to buy the cleric. And I like putting my hirelings on this bar. So I'm going to drag the hireling onto that bar. And we'll sell the stuff that we got from that thing. So here you can repair anything that got damaged. I'm going to sell my potion of death ward, but you may want to keep it. I'm going to hold on to some arrows in case I need it. Okay, so that is done. We're going to come down here and we're going to talk to Baldar the Bold. Oh, and just so you know, what we're doing here is, this is what we're doing here. We're trying to get some favor. And this is not showing that I've earned any at this point. Not sure. All right, so we've earned 2 favor. Okay, we're trying to get to 5. This quest is going to give us another 2. So we're going to talk to him. All right, and then his quest is right here. And if you'll notice, up in the mini map over here, you can see where we are. You can see the flashing door. That tells you where the quest is. I know in my other series I've been doing 1 quest at a time, but this video I want to get to that 5 favor and have a rough time frame of how long that takes by the length of the video. Create the character, go through all the quests, that kind of thing. You're going to need to do this 6 times if this is the way you decide to do it. So to do this quest, you're going to do any buffs you have. So I'm going to get my Expeditious Retreat, which I really should have done on the other quest. See how much faster I'm moving. Now the goal here is to protect this crystal. All right, now Dryad is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting, and she's going to attack people as they show up. I try to stay close to the crystal because there are a couple of people that ignore everything and just attack the crystal, and you want to be able to kill them quickly. And most of the time, these guys pop up 1 at a time. But in just a minute, there's going to be 2 that show up in, or actually 3 that show up in rapid succession, and it can be difficult to take them all on if you're playing solo. So she went over that way, that guy shows up, and there's another guy that showed up to the left. Right? So if I had run off after that guy, over here, that guy would have gotten past me. Right? It's about time for someone else to show up over here. So I'm going to come back and wait. Now, once you learn this quest, they all show up in the same place in roughly the same order. Once we get down to 2 or 3 left, there's a Sahuagin that spawns sometimes. But other than that, they all spawn in the same places and in the same order. So once you get used to it, you know where you're supposed to be and when. All right, this guy. All right, now 1 left. 1 left always shows up in here. So we know there's only 1 left. There can't be anybody behind us. We just need to guard this door. He'll show up in just a minute. All right. Get him killed. And exit out. Exiting out of that gate is much faster than hitting finish. Gonna get our reward here. And we're going to take the Spearbane because that protects us from piercing damage, which is the majority of the damage we're going to see at the beginning of the game. All right, we have 1 more quest to do. You can see that we've earned 4 favor, and this should have updated to 2. It takes a minute for this to update and get current, but we just need to do 1 more quest, and that is up here. I think they intend for you to do this one for the very first. I just don't like to. So her quest is here. And we're going to enter. You can actually summon your hirelings before the loading screen finishes. So you'll probably see me doing that. Cast Expeditious Retreat. Talk to this guy. Don't worry about what he says. At some point, you should take the time to go through all the story. But if you're just trying to get the points that you need to get those quests, you can ignore it. All right, we're going to turn right and go through this door. Now our initial target is not that Sahuagin. Our initial target is that altar. Go straight for the altar and smash it. Okay. We get a little bit of bonus XP, but we mainly prevent another zombie from spawning. More enemies means more fighting, which means longer time. There is an optional secret door here that's pretty easy to find with a chest and everything. Under normal circumstances, it's great to take it, but for this, don't need to take the time. Again, straight for the altar. Couple hits, it's down. Take these guys out and make sure you grab the crest. I should have both crests. I do. All right. One more crest to get. Back upstairs, and then we're going to turn right. Kill these guys. Okay, our ultimate destination is that door. We need the crest to fill those slots, but the third crest is this way. Use cracking attack there. That secret passage comes out over here. The third Sahuagin and altar is down here. One more time, straight for the altar. When you're in a situation where you have another party member or a hireling that's a little bit better than Dryad, a lot of times they've taken care of the Sahuagin by the time you've taken out the altar. Okay. To the right is a rest shrine in case you need to rest. I don't. So I'm going to come in here, fill these slots, and attack. Okay. Try to take out the Sahuagin. Okay, finished, and go to the chest. Okay, stuff to sell, and then finish. Now that's strange. We should have gotten... Oh, we didn't get a mail message because we're still in this tutorial setting. You always want to take the Amulet of Inner Focus. This one is not any good whatsoever. Alright, so we should have 25 DDO points in the store. No, we have 50. Sorry. We got 50. That took 28 minutes. So at a relatively easy pace, and that 28 minutes includes me talking and pointing things out and other things like that. So 25 minutes, and you're halfway to one of those packs. I think that's pretty good. We're going to leave this character for now. I'm going to finish this here, and from here, I'm going to follow Strimtom's advice on another server and run a different quest list and go further, get to 50 favor, and earn, I think, 100 points. And so that's a process that you would need to do 3 times, whereas this one you would need to do 6. So we'll do that run, see how long that takes, and then you can judge for yourself whether you like this way of doing it or his way of doing it. one is going to be a little bit more repetitive than the other. Either way, you're going to be able to get to 300 DDO points in 2 to 3 hours. You'll get better at these early quests, and you'll get those packs, or those expansion packs, within a day, easy. So, gratias vobis ago. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what I could do better. Let me know if there's something that you would like me to focus on or test or do. And I will see you next time with a new character and a new point run. Si waletis, ego waleo walete.